17. $24. 25.
Won't be playing the cannon here. We'll just play the stun run through and play for choice of reds either side of the pink. The two reds in open play. You can play on both of them. Gets the white somewhere in between, kind of the blue and pink spot area. Looks a bit straight. Didn't really play for the one in the middle. That's what he's played for. He's not quite hit it hard enough. The 1-2 down from the pink will pot, but it's awkward.
Yeah, he may just have the angle just to run through and just flick off the other red to be on the black. The thing I like about this contribution, well, he's straight from the off. And I know we've had a couple of scrappy frames, the last two, but he looks in good stroke now.
It's amazing, Mark Selby. I know people sometimes say I'm biased because he's from Leicester, but that's not the case. I mean, he can have 3 or 4 scrappy frames, and then when he gets a chance, he'll make a 100 break. You know, some players may be knocked out of their stride or their timing goes, but he's blessed with that concentration that just locks into gear again, and now he knows this is a chance to win a frame at one visit, and he's walking around the table now very quickly.
Please make sure to switched off.
Yeah, seize the moment. And he's got a great chance here now.
$41.
There's a red on the baulk line. A little bit surprising, screw back for the black, but I don't question these top players' shot selection. Not often, anyway.
Well, this is the only one that could go slightly wrong, because he's going to have to go pretty close to the brown here with check side on and off the cushion. If he gets a little bit too much side, and once again we're only erring on the new tip now. With the tip that you're used to, this is straightforward. But if you just get that slightly bit too much into the cue ball, you're going to kiss the brown either on the way down or on the way back.
Well, he took out the risk of going out of baulk by playing a very good soft screw to hold the cue ball in the middle of the table.
46.
It was excellent. So, good positional shot here.
$47.
Just about got the angle on the blue. So, all set fair. And already got a 47-point lead.
Just looking to see if we can get to the red that's just behind the pink there, into the corner. Decided that was too risky, so played for just the loose red.
52. $53. And the cue ball. And the cue ball. 58.
Well, this is very fortunate here from Mark Selby. He's played to kiss the two reds, and once he's missed the kiss, to get the full ball kiss on that red and knock it on is a joke. But that's what happens when you're playing well. These things happen.
59.
This black to go 66 points in front. Still 75 remaining, so not over the line just yet. This black, red and a cover, to take the first 4 frames of this morning session. And there's obviously an easy red available, and this red will now put him 67 ahead
66.
with 67 remaining. And Cannon here just to nudge the pink into play. Didn't
67.
judge it that well. Needs the colour to clinch the frame. He's chosen the black. Too thin. Oh, but it's turning, it's turning. Will it drop?
Mark Selby, 67.
Goes back to his seat. 67-point lead. Still 67 remaining.
It's a strange game, snooker. I can only think of probably 2 or 3 bad shots Ding has played in the whole session. And looks now he's likely to lose all the 4 frames. Here's the black. It was always thin when it started, but then it just started to curl a little bit down the table. If it hit a fraction harder, I'm sure once it hits the other jaw, John, it might have gone in.
Yes, we've got a strange situation now here, of course. We've got the black that's covering this corner pocket, so making it very easy for either player to play safe. That's all you do, you knock it to the right hand side of the table and the black covers the pocket. There'll be no rewrite, by the way. It's only Mark Selby will allow that to happen. But it might take quite a few shots to resolve this situation.
Yeah, it's a case of who gets the first snooker, really, isn't it, to force the opponent to come off a side cushion. Just see the edge of this ball, and okay, he's not going to be hitting it thin enough to knock the black in, but he'll certainly be pushing that red towards the black. And that's turned out to be okay.
Do you think so? He's got to go for the cut for me here. Otherwise this could... Well, he's not doing. He's not doing. It definitely cuts back. He shaved it. So you immediately said, Willie, that's okay. Would you not risk the thin cut?
To be honest, John, I thought he was snookered.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I would have risked the thin cut there, absolutely.
Yeah. Because this, as I say, could take quite a while. And frame ball. It's a decent shot from Ding Junhui, but as I say, it's unless you force your opponents to knock one onto the left-hand side of the table. Oh, well, he might have done that here. No, not quite. You're not going to have a chance of a pot.
And of course, what Selby would be wanting to do is push the reds into the side cushion, whereas Ding wants to keep them to open play just in case he gets a chance at this first red. Needs that to go in behind the yellow. It hasn't done. So no problem with the safety shot here from Mark Selby.
Well, that's not bad. It's stopped, or it appears to have stopped Ding Junhui getting that cue ball back to the balk end. So he's got to be a little bit careful here. This is the snooker you were talking about. Not on all the reds, but on one. And he couldn't get back to the balk end. Will this tempt Mark Selby, this red to the left middle? Certainly win the frame should it go in. But of course he'll be thinking if it doesn't, the 5 reds are in the open, 5 blacks, 6 colours, I'll be staring a re-spotted black in the face. So can't blame him for being a little bit cautious.
Playing the slightly negative safety shot here, just for the fact that he can push a red to the cushion. He can't snooker Ding. They try to put the red near the cushion. It's turned out to be a clever safety shot, that, because he can't see the one behind the pink, and the 2 he can see on the right hand side. He can't get back to balk. Wouldn't be a bad idea to try and get a red somewhere around the blue spot and leave the white somewhere around the back of the black cushion there, behind the black spot. At least if a red goes up that end of the table, it makes his safety a little bit more difficult. So that's what he's played. But Mark may be able to play this red as a shot to nothing in the middle this time.
Yeah, you feel there's danger probably of cannon into the red that's immediately to the right of the blue, but how long is he going to wait before he goes for this frame ball? And if he pops the red, obviously he'll be on the black, and that will be the end of it. He's eyeing up the pot to the left middle. Another eye up on the pot. He's taking it on. This for 7-5. It's right in the heart of the pocket. He got the cannon on the red, but he's fully committed. No way back to the table now for Ding Junhui. Well, it's 4 frames he'd rather forget. And I agree with you, Willie.
6.
He's not done a lot wrong.
I can think of 2
7.
relatively easy pots he may have should have got. But everything else has been all Selby.
14.
There go the interval there. Mark Selby came into it 2 behind. He's going into the interval 2 in front. Magnificent from Mark Selby. Ding has something to think about now.
Well, Willie and I are going to have a little break, cup of tea, probably. I hope the biscuits have arrived. They've been late arriving here this year. I'm going to put in a complaint. Anyway, there's some stats to have a look at. We'll be back in 15.
be a ridiculous plant to keep this break going.
56.
And he got the puck and found the gap. And he's on the green, so what a cracking opener that was. That's a good recovery.
That was a wonderful shot, Dennis.
Yeah, he had no safety shot on there. That was all he could attempt. And what a great pot it was.
Oh, what a pot. What a pot. Again, look where he's leaving. Should have missed that.
It's been a cracking match all round. Some brilliant breaks. Live smiles and giving a nice pack there. That is lovely to see. Well done to the two players for giving us a fantastic match.
Anyone order a taxi?
Right, are you?
How long gonna be driving?
I'm driving, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Have you ever... Are you a good passenger?
Not sure.
What's it like for you in China?
Me?
When you, generally you go out to a bar, can you do this, or is it so? Are you so famous in China? They go crazy. What's the experience like?
Actually, I never did that before, so I don't know that's going on. So every
Really?
time just in the tournament, between the tournaments and those, it's big. So it's a normal day. I just take sunglasses and I just want my life back.
Yeah.
Like I live in UK. I'm enjoying the very relaxed. It's nobody come excuse for. If one person's coming, maybe some person too excited to them.
Yeah.
And they shouting, "Oh, it's staying," and then everybody they hear that and then comes together. So well, sometimes bad. Just get carefully.
And on the equivalent of Twitter on Weibo, is it Weibo?
Weibo, yes.
Weibo. How many followers have you got now?
I think over 5 million.
5 million followers.
Crazy.
David Beckham territory.
All right. Sorry.
Surely, if you go back to China, you can get a helicopter everywhere now.
Helicopter.
No?
I haven't
Why not?
haven't tried a helicopter before.
Have you never been in?
It's okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Great.
It's more fun than a plane, I think.
Okay. I will take chance to.
What have you got on your list of things to do? Have you heard the word bucket list?
Bucket list.
Bucket.
No.
You know the word bucket? It's like a thing. It's a bucket, right?
Okay.
And you make a list of 10 things you want to do in your life.
Okay.
10 things you haven't yet done.
Okay.
What would you say?
10
10 things you want to do that are like
10 things.
on your list is like, would you like to jump out of a parachute jump?
Yes.
You want to do that?
The one. Yeah.
That's one.
One.
What else?
Bungee.
Bungee jump?
Yeah. No, not yet.
Do you want to?
All right. Yeah.
It's things you want to do.
Yeah. But maybe I have to take a long time to get ready.
Do you think you jump, or do you think you'd have to be pushed?
I think I jump.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just the thrill seeker in you, the thrill.
Yeah.
Go for the adrenaline
Sometimes,
rush.
sometimes needed that, and just go for it. And then just nothing to lose then.
You've got to trust that somebody's tied the rope around your legs properly.
Oh yeah, I got to trust it.
You've got to trust them. And you want your friend to do it. I'd like my friend to pack my parachute. I don't want anybody to pack my parachute.
Okay, yeah. Yes, there's somebody you trust to put on for you.
Totally. Yeah, thank you very much. at the last event in Daching,
Yes.
I got presented with a special teapot
Oh,
from your father,
yes.
and he makes teapots.
Yeah, my father make teapot.
Yeah. So how long's he been doing that for?
He likes teapot. He got that business about 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. He loved that, and he loved to make. He loved to do the pigeons fly competition.
Oh, racing pigeons.
Racing
yeah?
pigeons. Yeah.
Oh, great.
There are two things I couldn't understand. Maybe too young for that.
Yeah, perhaps. Yeah.
Yeah. But I like to have a tea, Chinese tea.
They're waiting. You're waiting around. Where's he gone? He's gone straight to the airport.
No, back to hotel first. Is that real fast?
He's just phoning you up, find out where you are.
Yeah. Is that
Cheers,
good?
Ding. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome to another edition of Pot Quiz, the competition more important than the World Championship. And today's contestant, the defending World Snooker Champion, Mark Selby. Mark, did you play in this last year?
I did, yeah. I can't remember what time I got.
OK, but the time at the moment to beat, just over there.
As long as I beat Hawkins, I'll be happy.
Yeah, well, Barry Hawkins is impossible not to beat, 2 minutes 18. But the best time so far, Marco Fu, 1 minute 27.
Okay.
A good effort, but he didn't pot all the balls.
5 questions right, did he?
No, I think he got 4, but he didn't pot all the balls. So, every question you get right, the 5 questions, a ball off the table, then you have to pot the balls as quick as you can and end up on the black.
OK.
So, the first question. What was the #1 record the day you were born, 19th of June, 1983?
Jesus.
It's a multiple choice question, a little bit of...
Still don't help, Steve.
OK. A, it was Let's Dance. B, it was I Just Called to Say I Love You, Stevie Wonder. Let's Dance by David Bowie, of course. C, Every Breath You Take by The Police.
I'll go for number 2.
I Just Called to Say I Love You?
Yeah.
No, it was Every Breath You Take by The
I'll
Police.
go for that one then.
Too late.
Oh, OK.
Can't even edit that out. Name, second question, name all the players you beat. This is tough as well. Oh, tough. Name all the players you beat on the way to winning the title in 2014. The lot.
Michael White,
Correct?
Ali Carter,
Yep.
Alan McManus,
Yep.
Neil Robertson,
Yep.
O'Sullivan.
Ronnie O'Sullivan. What an anorak. And you'll need to be an anorak for this third question. Who scored the first century break at the Crucible?
God, dear.
Yeah, that's cruel. Well, you're world champion. You can't win this as well.
First century break at the Crucible.
If I was Ken, I'd give you a clue, but I'm not Ken, so I won't give you a clue.
Ken.
Oh, hold on a minute. No, hold on a minute. That wasn't a clue. Let's go back. Let's take that back. The first ever century break at the Crucible. I don't think Ken was there.
I'll go for yourself.
Eddie Charlton.
Eddie Charlton, did he make a century?
Just a 105. OK. You've got 1 ball off
Who
so far.
chose these questions anyway?
Not me. Nothing to do with me. Question number 4. Including yourself, how many players have won 2 and only 2 World Championships?
Mark Williams,
Yes.
Alex Higgins.
Yes. That's correct. And including yourself, Mark Selby.
Me,
Yeah.
that's
Congratulations, yeah. So far, 2 balls off. The last question. What is your highest Crucible century break?
Cool. Should know this, shouldn't I?
You should know this. You made it. You were there.
I was there. I can't remember.
From first ball to last.
It definitely wasn't this year. 145?
Close. 142.
142.
Yeah,
When
in
was that?
2010. I can't tell you any more information than that. I haven't got that information, and it's not coming through my ear. You have 2 balls off.
Oh, that's
It's going to
handy.
be tough.
Sandy.
You get to choose which 2 balls.
2.
In your own time, you get to choose which 2 balls.
1.
That's one off. OK.
Does this red pots do? I'll go this one.
OK. OK, place the cue ball wherever you want, and the time strikes... No, the time starts when you strike the cue ball.
Ready?
I'm ready. Go. Knees off. The trademark wonderful pull back of the cue. Totally under control.
All right, Steve, that's
Slightly
enough.
faster than
That's
he
enough,
usually
Steve,
plays.
that's enough.
OK, fair enough. Enough time to chalk his cue. Close cue ball control.
Ooh.
No time to even sway on the shot. This is amazing. So far, this is wonderful, it must be said. 30 seconds have gone so far, well in time.
Oh.
No ball as yet has touched a cushion.
Or touch the sides.
The first cue ball doing any type of mileage. 45 seconds, 4 reds left, and it's come nicely on that one into the corner. For a minute, he didn't spot it. And then it goes, slowly rolled in. He's a little bit short of pace than that, so he just drops that in very slowly. He runs around the sort of a run, round the table. 1 minute, 27 seconds he's got to play with. A nice controlled stun off the top cushion there. He's got the angle.
I can see me missing this, though.
In goes the red.
How many are we on?
1 minute, 15 seconds. And then it goes! Didn't put a foot wrong. I think we know that was a hot time. 1 minute, 18 seconds. Wow. You go into top place.
Generally, the art of making anything look brilliant is making it look simple. And if ever you looked at a player on the circuit who makes it look simple, it's Ding Junhui with that wonderful cue ball control.
Yeah, I mean, his cue ball control is the best I've ever seen. I remember Steve Davis saying to me that through the 80s, he was always the correct side of a ball. And for me, Ding has taken that to the next level. When Ding is in and amongst the balls in full flow, getting from A to B always seems so simple. There's never any complications. He never falls straight on the black if he means to be offset. He never falls near the cushion if he means to be up close to the ball. He's always in the right place.
And some players have a cue ball that's always slightly further away. This is it's always tight in, is it? That's what I'm saying. It always looks simple. It always looks like he's absolutely making the game as easy as possible.
Well, for me, he looks like he grew up playing on a table that was the third of the size. And, you know, he's always used to being up there, whereas sometimes we're over here. When I was a young player growing up, you know, I grew up playing, we used to use Taylor's chalk and draw a line up here, up a cue, about halfway in. And this was the gutter, you know, I wasn't allowed to finish in this area to encourage the cue ball up to the next shot. And I don't know if Ding's done the same thing, but his cue ball, he makes the game look ridiculously easy because the shots he plays are just so simple.
You've also noticed something different about his practice routine. I mean, the boys have certain routines they like to do, but Ding's not quite the same, is he?
No, and it must be said, I haven't seen him practice at his practice facility. I've seen him practice at venues where, you know, we will all do lineups or the T's or the X or, you know, any variation of break building routines. Ding will practice frame scenarios where the reds will finish where they would naturally finish, and he will be practicing shots that come up in games. And really, when you think about it, that's how we should be practicing.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a golfer that practices only on the driving range and never goes to practice playing on the course. You know, we're all practicing lineups, whereas really we should be practicing actual frame scenarios, dealing with pack splitting. Is this the right time to move the pack, or should we be playing for the blue? Ding's very, very good at that. The other thing to say is that if he's trying to play the red here for the blue, he always finishes the correct side of the red to be able to go where he wants to go. If you imagine a straight line from the middle pocket to the red, he's always on the correct side of that line to get to the next ball. He never finishes straight on that shot if he means to be somewhere else. He's always on the black with the correct angle to play whatever shot he wants. And when he does that correctly, he's almost unbeatable. Thank you. Frame 13. Ding Junhui to break.
Mid-session interval over. 4 frames to be played now at the end of this second session. And Ding Junhui, who started the morning with a 2-frame advantage, now 2 behind. Just got to be patient. I saw him at the interval, Willie, with cue in hand, so I assume he went to the practice table.
I think Ding's one of those players, John, that goes to the practice table with his 4-0 behind, 4-0 in front. He just loves to practice in between sessions.
Good line, this. Just a fraction short of having a perfect cue ball. And red going towards the corner. Now as the yellow come to Mark's rescue, I don't think it has. No, there's a path to it. It's a thin one. It's one of those where you just concentrate on the pot, trust to luck for position on the colour, but get the pot. There's a long way to go in this match, of course. As we watch that again, just caught it too thick. Much too thick, as it turned out. That's why he kissed the second red. No need to panic for Ding Junhui. But you always feel that you want something for your efforts. And at the moment, he's got nothing to show for it. And you can bet your life, Willie, that Mark Selby isn't going to give him an easy chance.
Yes, he had a chance there of playing a thick safety shot, but Mark Selby played the thin one just to keep Ding on the back foot.
Yes, as Mark was coming to the table, we could hear him say shot. Another good line on that safety. Could have catch this thin. Oh, couldn't catch it much thinner than that. Surely he's not going to nestle behind the green. Surely, surely, surely not. Well, that is a bonus. Well, as you can see, there's plenty of reds to hit. How can he get it safe? He's had a quick look at the twice across to try and nestle on this red closer to the top cushion, but I always feel with this type of shot that the blue is a big ball and always seems to slide more off the second cushion. Can he judge it? Well, he's got close to blue. This looks nice. This looks very good. Good shot.
Mark Selby, he's very good in virtually everything he does on a snooker table, but what he is good at is judgment of pace, either getting out of snookers or finding the baulk cushion. Does it more regular than most.
Well, a little bit of luck for once. Okay, not on a colour. You see this, it just flicked off a second red. That's why it went in the pocket. And just rolling now off the brown, tight behind the green. And within a couple of shots, Mark Selby's roughly where Ding Junhui was a few moments ago.
That same picture. Playing for that loose red at the back of the cushion. Oh, playing into the bunch. Once again, good judgment of pace. It was interesting when Ding fluked that plant. If you just keep an eye on Mark's head here, as he sees this flick the other red, he just looks up to his friends in the balcony and say, "How's my luck?"
Well, I would suggest overall, Mark, this morning, pretty good. That last red that Ding Junhui potted as he plays an excellent safety. It'd been 47 minutes since he last potted a ball.
Foul.
Yeah, too thick.
Ding Junhui for.
But better to going off than rattling the jaws and the cue ball stay at this end. I think he knew as soon as he hit it, the cue ball was on the way to the corner pocket. But he's not left anything for Ding Junhui to go at. And he's got to be careful here, he does not one over the corner pocket. And of course now the brown is not on its spot. There's only the yellow and green to hide behind. So hard to play a towing safety at the moment. Another one much too thick. Well, there's a pot on here, the red on the left-hand side of the table, but a bit of pressure on this. Good shot required. And got.
One.
Well, terrific pot. He's not having much run of the ball. Okay, he fluked to red before. He only got the 1 point for it. And anywhere but there, he could have played the brown in the middle. Could have done anything.
Yeah, he can't impart any stun on the brown, can he? Because he's hampered. Amazing. Just got to bite the bullet and just keep continuing, hope things change. It's a long match. First to 17, of course, so a long way to go. Usually evens it out over this distance.
Two ways of playing this. You can go thin off the green, but I think if you could go thin off the green, he'd have played it by now. So he might just nestle up. And
Green ball.
well, he's going thin off the green, trying to get in behind the yellow. Disappointed with that. Worst way, he should have made certain there was no escape route down the left-hand side of the table for Mark Selby. He's not done that.
That's something that Mark Selby would never do. You know, it wasn't a difficult shot to get another foot of pace out of the cue ball. You had to cover that side of the table up. Okay, Mark Selby's short, but he's not left anything on. It's amazing how these frames this morning have gone scrappy all the time.
Won't be playing the pot here on the red on the left-hand side of the table. He's had a look at the potting angle, but wow, I would be amazed if he played the pot. It's tough, and he could lose something, but it looks like he's going for it. That surprised me somewhat. But it won't surprise the cue ball going!
Foul. Things in weave full.
Well, I suppose you could say he didn't deserve that, but as we often say when you're going off, as we see it heading towards his middle pocket, the pockets are always in the same place. They never move. That was a good one. Shot and a lovely line. And once again, an excellent length. Ding Junhui has got a problem here. Can't see a return back to the balk end. Safety end is at... There you see, there's his view. So deciding to come off a side cushion to nestle into those three reds near the top cushion. Well, maybe not. Maybe... Well, yes, that's what he's played. We'll hit it too hard. Well, played it okay. But the way these reds are situated around the black, you get the feeling even if you made a mistake, you wouldn't leave a lot. But does this red go to the middle? Well, it was worth playing. He knew the only red he could leave was the one he was going for.
Yeah, it's just caught the top jaw here. Ding's been given a chance at a long red, but he's refusing it. And once again, he's not finding the top cushion. You have to compete with Selby in the safety department. Okay, left mark slightly hampered by the green, but that cue ball should have been another 2 feet down the table.
Yeah, that was difficult because he was trying to do quite a bit with the cue ball. I'm looking at Ding Junhui's face there, and he sort of air of resignation, thinking, he's got away with it again. That's okay, but these three reds near the top cushion are not making it too difficult now to come off the side cushion and just nestle into them. Big target. And if you hit them, you don't leave anything. No problem. That's what you'd see if you were sat in the auditorium, up at the back. Beautiful view. And packed to the rafters, as every session is.
Having watched the opening session and a half of this match, I think now Ding is going to have to start playing attacking safeties, because clearly he's not winning the battle playing the ordinary safety. I think he's going to have to start playing a few safety shots thick, opening the balls. If his safety was finding the top cushion every time, I'd say continue, but it's not at the moment. That's the nearest he's been to the cushion for quite some time. Well, Selby's finished short this time.
You wouldn't want to play the three reds to the close to the top cushion. You won't want to play the left hand one, because if you caught it too thick, you may knock a red over the right corner. We're now at 5 hours for 12 frames. Well, 12 and a bit frames. I'm just working that out, so that means the average frame time is just over 23.5 minutes.
23:38. Oh, I was right, John. 23:38.
Yeah, you worked out superbly there, Willie. Where did you get that bead board from?
He's looked at the possibility of actually playing the plant and taking the white back towards the green. Okay, there's 3 or 4 inches apart, these two reds, but the path of the cue ball is going in the right place. He has played the plant and got the plant.
Well, taking a tip from you there, Willie. Being a little bit more aggressive. But this is a pressure blue. There is a red available to the same corner pocket as the blue, but this blue needs potting. Played it well and nicely on the red. You wouldn't think this is a frame winning opportunity, but it's a chance to build up a useful lead.
In this potting this red, it opens up another red. The one just to the right of it will pot it into the corner. Always want to hit that. Well, they may be able to screw on and off the cushion, but it needed to be straight on this pink. So it's on and off the cushion. Try and get the white back somewhere near the pink spot. Now he's snookered himself. Has he snookered himself?
13.
There's your answer coming up now.
Yeah, the fractions are not favouring him at the moment. I don't think he can bend it round. with a trace of left-hand side. I know he wants to get his hand on the table, start scoring heavily. That's what he's good at. Is this a plant? It's risky. But another good plant, well played. Great shot.
Felt that he was worth the risk, knowing that he's bound to be on the pink, but once again he's slightly the wrong angle on the pink to get onto the red that's nearest the cue ball at the moment. Be running away from that one, but that's the only one that appears to be possible at the minute.
Yeah, the red closest to the cue ball. Don't think he can play for anything else. Just wondering now, in potting that red after the pink. But you've just got to leave yourself as close as you can to this red. And, well, you've just got to play it with power and hope you can get position on a colour. No
20.
guarantee. Okay, you could possibly try to bring the black into play, but he's no guarantee to be on it. I think you've got to play a deep screw here. If he plays a run through and it's the black or the red full in the face, that cue ball's not going to go back up the table.
And the deep screw you were talking about, John, I presume you mean he's going to kiss off the two reds to the left of the black and maybe come out for pink or blue?
Well, there's more chance of being on a colour playing the screw shot, but don't miss the red.
He's playing the run through, so he's hoping to get a good kiss on the black. And it's okay. Just once again, a little unfortunate, we have to take this black in and out of ball. The fact that yellow and brown are off its spot makes this shot a little easier. If the yellow and brown were on the spots, this would be tough to get round the table. Right over the brown spot.
Well, it was a good effort. He's having a look to see if one of these reds goes.
28.
Does it go? It's tight. It's one of those, I say so many times, if you're right behind it and had the cue ball, object ball and pocket all in line, you'd fancy potting it. Only doesn't go into the middle of the pocket, only goes to the left edge. So playing a thin cut to the right corner. This is tough. Played it well. Is he on the pink? He's on the pink. But he's brought reds into play. So all of a sudden, from looking just to scrap and build up a useful lead, it's now become a frame-winning opportunity.
Well, you've got to take your hat off to Ding. He's been really struggling in this opening 4.5 frames, and to develop this into one of frame-winning chance has been quite amazing. He's had to pull 3 or 4 shots out on the trot there, but right out of the top draw. Deserves to win the frame from those last 3 or 4 shots.
$35. $36.
Well, that's very careless. I've got to say it. I don't know why he didn't leave himself straighter on this pink. Okay, good recovery. But if he'd have left himself just straight on the pink
42.
or the other side, I mean, he'd had those 2 reds just above the black to play for. Can he get a nice angle on the pink this time? No, he can't.
43.
So the cue ball not under complete control at the moment.
Chalked his cue with a lot of disappointment there, didn't he? Using the jaw. clever shot. Could have done with catching the jaw a little bit more, because then the white would have come further down this end. 58 in front,
48.
67 remaining, but if he pots the red, he goes 59 in front, with 59 remaining. Very well played. This has been possibly the best break of the match so far. He's had to try so hard on every single shot. He's never really had the cue ball under control, but he's developed them slowly, slowly.
That puts him at the point now where his opponent needs 2 snookers, 65 ahead, 59 remaining.
55.
Great contribution, this.
56. 61. 62.
Nothing been running his way. He was entitled to get a little bit frustrated, but as Willie suggested, he needs to start thinking of a more attacking game, and he opened this up
69.
with a wonderful plant. Kept it going
70.
with another plant. And, well, as the break goes to 77, this is a remarkable break. And Mark will know that.
77.
He'll appreciate the skill that's been on show here. Wonderful shot on the last
78.
red. He couldn't make a century, could he?
Funny enough, if he gets perfect on this yellow, John, I mean, it would leave a nice angle on the green to bring the brown into play, so it's not beyond the realms of possibility to clear up. It'd be remarkable, wouldn't it?
84.
It'd be unbelievable. Oh, well, no century, but what an 84 break that was. That was absolutely top draw. And at last, he's got something to show for his efforts. One behind, though. Mark Selby leads 7-6. Well, it started with a plant, and then even then it didn't look too good, and then all of a sudden he's got this one, a thin cut, and you just got the feeling it was going to go for everything, wasn't it? That give him a chance to win a frame, and that, of course, potting that brought every red into play.
The thing is, when you're ever playing that kind of shot, you know you're going to have to hit balls, so you know you're going to have to play the white at a pace where you've got every chance of bringing the white back out into open play. Boy, and did he play it well.
Mark Selby will be sitting there thinking, well, there's not much I could do about that.
I think Mark Selby will know that he's had a fair run of the ball this morning so far, so perhaps he won't be grudging winning that frame. But there was an excellent break. I mean, 84 from where he was quite remarkable.
Thank you, frame 14. Quiet down, please. Mark Selby to break.
Three more frames to go in this session.
Catching the brown, leaving the cue ball on the baulk cushion. I don't know if there's a pot that will tempt Mark Selby, but with his hand on the table, you'd expect him to play a better safety shot than that. But you can see once again he had an opportunity there to play on the second red below the pink, an attacking safety, open the reds up, but he's having none of it. He's keeping it as tight as possible. That's a good shot from Ding though. Good line, excellent length. And of course, after that break that Ding Junhui made in the last frame, Willie, you can't blame Mark for not wanting to open the reds.
And this is the shot that we could never play in our day, John. Put the black safe, he's playing the red onto the black. Whether that's in his plan to keep the black out of commission. Okay, Mark Selby's one of the greatest break builders we've got in our game, but maybe Ding, that's one department that you'd have to say Ding is just slightly better.
Love to get him behind the yellow here. Just going to flick the brown, I think. Where's the cue ball going? Oh, I can't believe it. Last frame, he potted a cracking red and went in off in that middle pocket. Another cracking red. Just got into it a fraction too much.
It's funny, some in-offs will obviously very disappoint you a great deal. That would disappoint him, but at least he knows he's cueing well now. He struck that. Well, he just can't strike a ball better than the one he just hit.
Was trying to get him behind the yellow here, Ding Junhui, and caught that safety shot much too thin. And give Mark Selby now the opportunity to get him behind that yellow and brown. Just makes it awkward queuing now in the jaws of the pocket. Do well to get this back to the balk end. Oh, not only he got it back, he's got a beautiful line. If he misses the brown, this is sensational. What a shot that
Well, mark that one, John. The best safety shot of the tournament so far.
First look, that's all I can see.
Been digging when he left the white in the jaws of the corner pocket there, John, and a very difficult safety shot for Mark, thinking, oh, I've got him trapped here. Well, never in his wildest dreams I thought I'd have been faced with a snooker at his next visit.
There's no rhyme or reason to it sometimes, is there? The safest place is to nestle up to those two reds just below the pink. Just get in there.
Well, he's had a good look, John. I wonder whether he's going to take your choice now. It looks like he is. JV picked it straight away.
Just the way it slides off that second cushion, isn't it?
I mean, that's amazing how much that did slide off the second cushion. I've got to be honest, I thought that would be going into the pack, and as you can see, it missed the pack by a foot. And he'll be taking this cut on, make no mistake. So that excellent safety shot has given him a chance in this 14th frame.
One.
Wanted to be on the half ball blue here just to bring the pink or black into play. Reds are okay at the moment, but needs to get these balls open. So he may still play the cannon. If you can play the red to the right of the pink and hit that full ball, it brings the pink available into the middle pocket. He's just looking at that now. He knows if he just didn't hit the kiss right, he's bound to kiss other reds as well. So there's plenty of mileage in playing the cannon. Having another look. It's decision time. Do I play into the pink or do I play into the red to the right of the pink? I fancy the red to the right of the pink. I think that's going to prove more beneficial. Well, he's played to miss the lot. Needs a bit of luck now. He's still going to need lots of cue power. No, he's put his hand up there, so obviously he hasn't played that the way he has.
6. Seven.
Wrong side of the blue, and just being slightly the wrong side of the blue. It's going to take some shot here. Well, I can't see how he can get back. Just the wrong side of the blue line. Well, how can he avoid the brown or the yellow? Looks impossible. Where's the cue ball going? Not another in off. Unbelievable.
Foul.
Must have a
Selby,
magnet
7.
on that white.
Things young we 5.
Yes, they all say that luck levels itself out, don't they? Over a period of 3 sessions. Mark Selby had all the good luck in the world in the opening 4 frames. But going off from there was quite amazing. Got to be a telling safety shot with your hand on the table ding from here. Has to get behind the yellow. fractions away from being okay, but I don't know whether Mark can see the left-hand side of the Reds. Don't think so. He just sort of safety shot out, didn't he? Brought the black into play as well. He can see the red just below the pink, I think. Be a fine one.
Much too thick. Left the cut on here. We'll be disappointed with that. But it has to be said, Mark Selby, I mean, he's had a couple of in-offs in this frame, but he has been dictating the safety side of it. Just not been able to capitalise on those mistakes.
He came round a few moments ago to look at the two reds just below the pink there, and he'll be potting this red and trying to get that gap, playing into the two reds where the pink are, free in the pink, and worst way, maybe have the black into the corner. So he's looking to make this a frame winning opportunity with this one shot. There's the gap. The gap's perfect. Got the pink into play. Is on the black.
One.
You'd have to fancy him to win the frame from here, John.
Yeah, excellent shot. Judged the line, as Willie pointed out, to perfection. And whenever players of this quality have the black available to both corner pockets and the red spread, you expect them to win the frame. But you still got to do it.
Nine.
Couldn't get the right side of the blue. So if you're going to be the wrong side of the blue, be well the wrong side, and then you've got more room to manoeuvre. And with the yellow not being on its spot, or the brown, easy up and down out of balk.
$14. $15.
Not too sure whether the pink will be covered after this shot, but that won't worry Mark Selby, because even if it goes on the brown, these reds are all perfect for playing the black. I think the pink goes back onto its own spot quite comfortably.
$21.
Just has to win more safety battles, Ding Junhui. Once again, it's his poor safety that's let Mark Selby in.
22.
Yeah, but as you said a couple of frames ago, Willie, it'd be nice if Ding Junhui could play more attacking safety shots. But you do that against Mark Selby, and he can win a frame in one visit just as easy as Ding can. So it's a fine line between attack and defence at the moment, I believe, for Ding Junhui. Mark Selby's game plan is usually very similar.
29.
Good, solid safety, and score heavily when you get in.
Take a lot of beating that way, don't you?
Yeah, it's a recipe for success.
$36.
caught the near
37.
jaw. I think Mark thought he was going to miss that, and he looked at someone in the audience there. I don't know if something just slightly put him off. Anyway, the red went in.
$42. $43.
Mark Selby didn't score a point in the previous frame, but he's quickly got these balls in a situation now where he'd expect to win the frame. Seems to have a smile on his face about something.
We know where we don't know. If you can be smiling, relaxed, and it does help you out there, doesn't it?
Oh, without doubt. He's smiling
49.
again about something.
$50.
Maybe he was waiting for the applause. I don't know, but he got a little bit of applause there, a ripple.
Now they see it 59 ahead, 59 remaining, but not for
57.
long. This is a sitter to put him 60 points in front with just 51
58.
remaining.
Little under it. He wants to pot this red because Ding
65.
might come back to the table. He doesn't want to keep getting back. Remember, he has the afternoon on. He'd like to get as much rest as possible.
66.
Yeah, he's not got much to show. He's only won the one frame this morning. And he came out this morning, Ding Junhui, and it was obvious that he was, I'm not saying trying to protect his lead, but he was a little bit
71.
tentative in the early frames.
Go back to the very first frame where he made a 30-odd break, John, and he tried to make things happen, and it didn't happen.
72.
And he got embroiled in a big safety battle. And of course, you're not going to win many frames playing safe against Mark Selby. You've got to force an opening sometimes. But this, once again, as his Ding's break of 84 in the previous frame, this break of 78 and counting has been very good. And once again, he's having a little chuckle about something.
70.
I wish I knew what it was.
77. Yeah, you put 2 reds on. 78.
Might have heard their referee, Brendan Moore, saying, Jan, you put 2 reds on. He obviously pressed the button and did it twice.
$83.
Mark Selby knows whatever happens, he can't be worse than all square going into the third session this evening.
$85.
Yeah, but he'll also be looking at it as a chance to push on.
Mark
Oh,
Selby,
what a shame that the Celtics have another excellent
85.
race with 84 in the previous frame from Ding. It's 85 this frame from Mark Selby. He goes 2 clear again. It's 8-6. I'll put a couple of stats up while Mark Selby's just left the auditorium to let you have a look what's been happening in this match so far. And John and I'll pick up commentary when Mark Selby returns.
I looked up when I've been. Thank you. Frame 15. Quiet down, please. Ding Junhui to break.
2 more frames to be played in this session. And Ding Junhui already will be disappointed to have lost his 2-frame advantage coming into this morning's session. But he's got to stay focused. These are 2 important frames. I know it's the second session of a 4-session match, but you don't want someone like Mark Selby to start stretching away. He'll make it very tough for you to get back. Mr. Brown, so that's a good shot. Well, it's always made a little bit more difficult when you're striking down like that. He's looking for a path back to the balk end. He's not left anything easy for Ding Junhui. He's got a red just above the black spot he could cut in, or he's got a red, the one immediately below the blue. Good pot needed here. Oh, well played. Well, could have done with a little bit more patience in the cue ball. I assume the pink goes to the opposite corner as he's potted this red. Maybe he's on the black. He's played for the black. Played it well, played it very well. And in the world of Ding Junhui, this is a frame-winning opportunity. He made a break earlier on of 84 when there was hardly anything available. So you fancy him to make the most of this. So good in and around the black spot area. But decided to go up for the blue.
9.
And he's made a mistake there. And it's easy done. We've all done it. He thought the blue was on its spot. It wasn't, and that's why he's straight on the blue. It's a careless mistake to make.
$40.
Oh, that's a terrific shot. And he played it positively to hold for the black. So he's back in prime position.
you know, extremely worried, having lost the first 4 frames, thinking of what kind of scoreline it would be going into the final session. In some ways, he'd be
22.
delighted with a chance of getting out just 5-3.
$23.
Well, decided to take their opportunity to split the reds open.
30.
It didn't actually hit the ball that he was intending to, or the way he intended, but looks as though he's got this red to the left corner, using the rest just to drop it in and get position on the black. Now, I don't think he can hold for the black, so he's going up for the blue. Imperative he gets a good angle here. And once again, he's short of pace. Just makes it that little bit harder
31.
when you're having that cue ball travelling up and down the table.
At least this time he's got a half ball angle on the blue. Would have been a lot more difficult to go in and out of balk just off straight. If he gets on the next red nicely, he can get back onto the black. Needs that cue ball to slow up. It pops this red, but he needs to be on it straight. And it's not.
36.
Now the shot to guarantee position is the red in the middle, but to stun around the back of these 2 reds to get onto the black in the corner, it's tricky.
Yeah, he's normally so reliable though, isn't he, on those pots to the middle pocket. I think the one, and we saw it, will go to the right corner, but it's not a good path for the cue ball. The clear path to the black is off this red, but needs due care and attention. But straight in the heart of the pocket. He's so good at the middle pocket.
37.
Most of the modern day players are. In our day, when there was a thicker nap, you sort of had to play a little bit differently, play it for the far jaw, let it drift in. Now everything goes straight. Not much nap at all on these tables. But this is certainly Willie where he's at his happiest, when he's in and around the black spot area. There's not many better in the world.
Yes, and that's why I suggested when he was 4-0
45.
behind, he had to play a little bit more open. He was getting bogged down a little bit. Just some 20-odd points
52.
away from making this frame safe and to trail 8-7.
53.
And there'll only be one person who's delighted at the scoreline being a possible 8-8, and that'll be Ding, because having been 4-0 behind, he would think, how am I going to get out of this session with something? He could get out of this session winning
60.
3 frames.
61.
.68 ahead, 75 remaining.
68.
Pot this, goes 69 in front with only 67 remaining.
69.
He's taken these well. He's run out of position a couple of times on the blue, which was a little bit disappointing, but he recovered the situation. And when he gets in, as we've said, in and around the black, He is a scoring machine, as he proved in his match against Ronnie O'Sullivan.
76. $77.
Well, John mentioned he has lost position a couple of times, but the rest of the time he's been absolutely perfect.
84.
A possible
85.
1-4-3 with blacks. Took a long time for somebody to make a break above 1-3-6. Then all of a sudden we had the 1-4-6 from O'Sullivan. We had the 1-4-3 from Mark Selby.
92.
There's been 64 centres already in this tournament. This looks like being the 65th. And Ding's 11th. And that's pretty good.
98.
Red right in the heart of the pocket.
99.
And the black for a wonderful compiled century break. Very well played. Ding Junhui at his best. Ta-da!
106. 107.
Shown good character after the mid-session interval, having lost the first 4 frames and not having the best run of the ball. It takes a lot of self-belief to just stick at it. As we know, there's a long way to go in this match, but you can always have a bad
140.
session.
$170.
So one more frame to play after this one to end the second session, and Mark Selby would have been thinking, I want to win this session after losing the first one 5-3. He'd love to win this session 6-2, which he could do, and keep that 2-frame advantage. But Ding Junhui demonstrating here
132.
what a heavy scorer he is given the chance. Marvellous, absolutely beautiful. Ran out of position a couple of times, but once he gets in the round of the black, you never fancy him to miss. He's now just 1 frame behind the defending champion. 8-7, Mark Selby.
Yes, and that was Ding's highest break of the tournament. John 139. His previous highest break was 136. But the key thing, as you mentioned, he's made 11 centuries more than any other player in this championship. He made 16 last year when he got to the final. And I'm sure if he does get to the final this year, that 16 will be eclipsed.
Yeah, he looks in good form, does Ding Junhui, but as we know in this game of snooker of ours, it's taking your chances, but also getting your chances. And against someone like Mark Selby, who's got such an excellent safety game, it's not easy. The chances don't come thick and fast. But Ding Junhui in the last couple of frames has played some very good snooker. I mean, the break of 84, I know Mark made an 85 the frame previous to that, frame previous to the 139. But just feel that, and we have had a few slow, scrappy frames this morning, Willie, just beginning to pick up in it a bit now, isn't it?
Absolutely. In the last 4 frames, we've had a 60 above in every frame, including 2 centuries. And I mean, the standard was you know, it was tough match play snooker in the opening 4 frames, and Mark Selby's obviously going to win most of those kind of sessions. But Ding Junhui, okay, Mark Selby now knows he's won the session, whatever happens. But as you rightly say, will it be 5-3 session or will it be a 6-2?
Yes, so Ding Junhui left the arena. He'll be back any second. It's a big frame now, because when Mark won the first 4 frames, he'd have been looking to push on. But fair play, as I say, to Ding Junhui. He's battled back.
Thank you. The final frame of this session. Mark Selby to break.
Referee Brendan Moore saying final frame of this session will be all square going into tonight's third session. Or can Mark Selby push on and take a 2-frame lead? Yeah, some people actually saying, John, while there are a few empty seats, obviously a few people have gone to have a quick bite of lunch before they come back for the 2:30 session.
Nicely rolled in. A little bit careless from Ding playing a containing safety shot. He cannoned the black and left a chance of that pot. Nicely played. Took the opportunity to go into them, and I think he's landed on one to the left corner. Wouldn't risk playing for the black though, would he? Played it well.
But the tide is turning a little bit with the run of the ball. I mean, obviously the black was in open play. OK, it was tight on the cushion. We could have just rolled this in and got on the black. But in playing that shot on the yellow, he's pushed the red in front of the black, so he can't do that now. Well, he can get out for the pink in the middle or the blue, whichever he decides to play for. Decided to play out for the blue. Got a little bit more right-hand side than he expected there, because he got very close to kissing the red. He meant to play that a little bit more plain ballish, really. That's what deadened the pace of the cue ball, playing with that right-hand side. But still okay. Now he's going to have to screw around 2 cushions to get onto either the pink in the corner or the blue again.
9.
No, is he hard enough? He's not. Another foot would have been perfect.
Was able to roll the pink in now. He would love the pink not to go on its own spot. Oh, that's a bonus.
16.
He's now got the pink on the black spot, available into both corner pockets. I don't think we'll see the red and that black near the top cushion move in the near future.
$17.
Slight problem he's got here. There are 3 reds available into the opposite corner. He's going to play the pink, but to get on them he's going to have to play it with the tracer right hand side. New tip is well documented. Playing with side, more difficult. So what's the alternative? Red to the middle by the look of it. Would have liked to have been straighter.
23.
Don't think he can just hold for the pink without a little bit of help from another red. Straight, it'd been a formality. Position, that is.
Very well played. 24 frames have been immaculate. Frame-winning breaks from each player, alternate frames. Could this be another frame-winning break for 5 frames on the trot where a player has won the frame at one visit? Once again, you'd have to say Mark Selby's a little bit unlucky here, not to left a better angle on this pink. He's played a really good red in the middle, on and off the cushion, and the only place it's no good is where he's finished.
Yeah, but on these superfine cloths, I fancy him playing the forcing stun run through here. Which he did, but he couldn't get straight on this red. May have to play the second one above the pink here. Not the one immediately above the pink, the one just above that. And run through. It should still be on the pink.
The only thing that would worry me here, though, Johnny, might clear the pink spot, which means it might go back onto its own spot. Well, under break anyway.
Well, I'm amazed he played that red. I thought he could have played the middle one of the three. I mean, if I was going to play that one, I'd have had to have played a screw shot and have more control. So let's end a break. He won't be going for anything here. In fact, I think he's just looking to put a baulk colour safe. And he's got to be wary because he's opened up all the reds now.
Well, he can either play the yellow half ball or the blue half ball. If he plays the yellow, he can't put that safe, but if he plays the blue, he could put it safe. Yellow it is. Goodness
Mark
me,
Selby.
throwing the police,
31.
Mark Selby's just played a terrible safety shot. Okay, he's got the yellow safe, but cue ball nowhere near where he played.
Well, fully committed. Fraction out.
Mark Selby would be very relieved that that didn't cost him a few points, that last safety shot. He was so concerned about putting the yellow safe, just forgot the cue ball. Looks like he's taking the cut on. Got to be a little bit careful he doesn't go in off in the top corner pocket. Played that nicely. Well, he's looking up to his friends in the balcony, suggesting he got a very big bounce off the second cushion. He was expecting, once he'd played the shot and the way the white was travelling, he thought he was going to be perfect on the brown. This is the shot now. So when he's played it, you think, oh, that's perfect. I've played the weight perfectly. I'm going to be perfect on green or brown. All of a sudden, off that third cushion, just took off. Why does that happen, John?
I don't remember it happening that much before the table heaters.
Four.
Not perfect here by any means. Might just be able to reach this red here, and then if he can, he'll pot it and stun off the side cushion. Put the pink in the same pocket.
Mark Selby, 4.
Was at full stretch. Didn't want to use the rest for this type of shot. Just decelerated slightly, but not left anything.
He's had one look at the double, John. If he can get the white in a similar position what it is now, he may well take the double.
But so risky with that red being near the left middle.
He's got 3 reds he can possibly cover behind. I mean, the white, you know, 3 or 4 inches further to the right than it is now is okay. But looks like he's decided against it.
I think the thing is, this is a very important frame, and he's 35 points behind, and he knows if he leaves Mark Selby one more chance, well, is he going to play your double, will he? It's risky, could cost him the frame. Well, he didn't play the double. You're a very attacking player in the commentary box, aren't you, Willie?
Only if it's a shot to nothing, and I think the double was a shot to nothing, to be honest.
We'll never know. Just giving this plenty of thought. He can't really play a towing safety. There's red at the baulk end, there's one at this end, so, and obviously the red adjacent to the left middle, you've got to beware of leaving that on. So as I say, he couldn't really play a towing safety. Don't think he's left a path to this red as close to the left pocket. I think the blue covers that. It certainly does. Now if Dean's going to play the pot on this red and screw back to the baulk cushion, he needs to get this red in the jaws of the pocket. That's okay. As long as he got it in the jaws of the pocket, it was going to be a good shot. It's when you miss it by a long way, the red could have come back down to the baulk end. Played that well.
That's an excellent safety shot once again. The red that's nearest the pink spot. Does it pass into the corner? Nope. Just that's the one I was thinking, the one on the pink spot where it passed, but you can see the top one passes just. No attempt to the pot, just played safe. I didn't think he'd get through to that. Where's the cue ball going? Don't quite have the same sound as you, John, there, do I? But it was heading towards the pocket. It's amazing that he's potted a great red there, thought he'd be on the green or the brown, and just overran it by that few inches, and of course he's got no shot.
Yeah, in that type of situation, you can be forgiven to thinking you're going to get a kiss on something to slow the cue ball, but that's not the case. Now a brave shot would be cushion first, nestle behind the yellow. But, well, he's usually brave enough to play any type of shot. And if you could get the snooker behind the yellow, oh, he's playing the brown and then going behind the yellow. Got to judge it nicely. Judge it nicely. And couldn't have judged it better. Okay, there is a red that is close to the side cushion, the one near the black, that Mark can get through to hit. But I can't see a return to balk off that.
Well, he's blessed with a lot of cue power. I mean, there's every chance he could play the deep screw here, because the red's going to virtually stay where the black is, and the black's going to go up towards the balk area. Otherwise, the only other shot is going to just to roll up to this red. Now, is he looking at the deep screw? He knows the black's going to come into play. Or is he just going to rest on it? Well, he's playing cushion first, but is he playing thin or just running up to it? Playing to it thin, and he hasn't done, so that's a foul and a miss, but it may not be taken.
Danger in we5.
Pot the red, bound to be on the blue. Yeah, nice clean pot. Oh, I thought for a second he wasn't going to be on the blue. No one could be that unlucky. Over 6 hours now.
6.
This is a second session, so they do say, my former colleague Clive Everton used to say it, the World Championship here, over 17 days, marathon of the mind. Couldn't be summed up better. Good pot, good pot, and looks as though he's going to have a nice angle on the brown.
7.
I mean, the perfect angle would be able to pot the brown and release the black and the red, but that's not the case. But he can play for those two reds that are close to the top cushion. I think it's too risky to try and bring the black into play off this shot.
Unless he decides to play it off the top cushion, John, with right hand side. Needs a bounce. That's nowhere. He'll be horrified to have played that shot so poorly. He had so much room.
11.
Yes, so much margin for error. He's eyeing up the red to the right middle. If it's just so straight, it's not bad, but it still takes some potting. No. And that's what happens. Poor positional shot.
11.
It cost him there. And Mark Selby comes back to the table as we see the shot again, but it was tough. And Mark will be very pleased to still have an 18-point advantage in this frame. And if he knocks this in, could be a frame winner. But not quite. But he's got a very good cue ball. That's a cracker. That's a beautiful safety. It's got all the shots. Couldn't play the pot there. If it had played the pot, possible enough into the corner, so purposely hitting it slightly thinner. Taking this on. Big shot to take on. When you kiss on the brown. Oh, the kiss on the green.
Well, Mark Selby looking up to his friends and family in the royal box, as it were, in the balcony, and suggesting that Ding's let it spark off there. He has. But he needs to remember he had a great run in the opening 4 frames.
Kiss on the blue has not made that very good safety shot there. And Ding, I don't know here if this is on, but if he could hit this red full in the face, digging down on the cue ball, can he release the black and the red on the left-hand side cushion? Well, he got the black into play. Good thinking.
Good shout, John, that, because obviously being that 18 points behind, needs those big colours in play, especially where the reds are, because it's easy to pot these 3 reds at this end of the table with a black on its spot, which it will be shortly. So you'd fancy whoever pots the next red would be strong favourite to win the frame.
Mistake. Bad mistake. So Ding Junhui gets a chance to go level at the end of this second session. It's not a straightforward run to the line, obviously, particularly with that red near the left-hand side cushion. And the yellow, not too awkward for a right-hander, but that's some way down the line. The most important thing now is reduce the arrears and get right back in the frame.
And the shot you called previously, John, and the shot he played to release the black could be the catalyst to win this frame, especially now he's played that shot like that, because he can bring the red into play here and still be on the black.
8.
The cut in the middle.
Don't like potting a red and trying to bring the red into play. It's risky because you're never certain to have good position on the colour. I know it's there and it's going to tempt him.
But there's a natural angle around the back of the black, John, isn't it? So he doesn't have to play it. He's played it. As John said, you don't always get position on the black.
10.
And there you go. And I suppose in a way, he's been fortunate the red went in. If the red had stayed over the pocket, the question would have been, where's the safety? They say you're taking a chance, trying to bring a red in to play when potting a red, and he's not on a colour.
Yeah, got to play the half ball yellow, hasn't he? Try and get in behind the brown, bring the yellow into play.
I'd be worried about the double kiss playing that, but that is certainly
I don't
a
mean
shot
across the
you'd love to
face,
get.
John. I mean off the left-hand side of the yellow. Still double kisses on, isn't it?
Yep. Needs a good safety now. He's spurned a good chance. And he's got the good safety. He's got the good safety. He's played it, he's perfect. And now the yellow is in a good position. And just 8 points behind.
This time I don't think he can get to the red next to the yellow, but he can certainly get to the one in the corner. I think he can probably see enough of the cushion to play the red in open play. The reason I'm saying he doesn't want to particularly play the one that's on the cushion is because the cut red will be on. He's just coming around to have a look now whether the cut red's on. Doesn't really want the cue ball to come down this end of the table. There's a possible chance of that red. Oh, he's played that well again. He just played going around the Snooker as good as anybody in the world.
Gonna catch this just right. If you hit it thick, it will go back down the table with the cue ball. Oh, well, he decided to play it in behind the black, and I'll tell you what, he couldn't have played that any better. Excellent shot.
I know everybody likes to see breaks, John, and frames won quickly, you know, 12, 14-minute frames, but some of the safety in this match has been superb.
Yes, it has. And it's needed to be, because both players have scored well this morning when they've been given good opportunities. Once again, excellent escape from that. But this race just run on. I don't think Ding Junhui can get through to the potting angle for this red. No, not quite. But he can hit it. And he'd rather hit it and play safe off this than the one on the side cushion. What's the off? Okay. That red misses the blue. Safe enough. No one has really got advantage in this important tactical exchange just yet.
That's another good safety shot.
Another frame lasting over half an hour. But an intriguing one, nevertheless. 2-frame advantage for Mark Selby when he started the session 2 behind. And Ding Junhui deciding to come off the side cushion, must be just covered by the blue, the 2 reds. Judged it nicely. Third session of this match continues this evening.
This safety shot could be a little risky. He's playing one red onto another. Could push the red over the corner. Could push the red over the corner.
Needs the pink to come to his rescue. And I don't think it has. That was a little bit loose. Mark Selby will play this cushion first, you would have thought. That way he can get the cue ball out into the middle of the table, and if he gets good position off this red, surely he'll take the frame and this session, winning it 6-2. So from 2 frames behind, 2 frames in the lead. Cushion first. That brings the cue ball out and away from the cushion. Finished nicely on the brown. Will he get back to the table? It's doubtful.
Yes, he'll be very disappointed if he loses this session 6-2, because okay, the first 4 frames the run was against him, but he's had a fair bit of run this sport. He's only shared the session 2 each. He's played well enough to have won this little mini session 3-1.
5.
So 13 points in front. Up to including the blue would be absolutely sure to win the frame and get that 2-frame advantage going into tonight's final session.
Six.
We've had 4 frames on the trot. The previous 4 frames where a frame was won at 1 visit. This has been a real battle. Mark Selby's highest break 31. But he won't be too worried about that, as he looks certain now to win this last frame.
13.
In goes the green.
60.
Snooker's required. There'll be no return to the table for Ding Junhui. Mark Selby would have set out
20.
his stall for this morning session to win it. And that he has done.
25.
And to win it by 4 frames, he'll be delighted. So it'll be the handshake. It's been good, tough Max Snooker. Mark Selby dictated things. He'll be very pleased. Ding Junhui, a bit of bad run early on. Missed a few chances later. But Mark Selby started the session 2 behind, finishes it 2 in front. They'll be back this evening.